They can always find it later. Where's my PowerPoint? Right here. So when we talk about money, the truth is there is money and a lot of money in Norland. There's a lot of money, at least from the testimonies that have come from Zambia, from Tanzania, and not only that, if I had a chance to open up the box and say, hey, Uganda leaders, give me some energy. Coach Bright, Coach Beno, you would even wonder whether you are working or not, because the guys here in Uganda are grinding it like crazy. It's amazing. And you see, whereas some people are making good sales, whereas some people are making great money from Norland, some people are just barely surviving. That's why I thought that today we have that mature conversation. Where is the money in this business? Where is the money? Where are other people making money from that you don't seem to find it? Because it's not nice when somebody is making 30,000 US dollars in 1 week worth of sales. You know how much bonus that is going to be next week? That's going to be a lot of money. Now, the same business, same company, same products, same price. And I will talk about that in bold letters. Same price. Some people are complaining and thinking the products are expensive. The what is it's raining everywhere. The children have just gone to school, my friend. The same time when you are thinking that there is no money in the economy is hard, Israel and Iran are doing whatever they are doing. The same time when you can't see money, somebody else is making crazy money. So where is the money? Where is the money? Where is the money? That's what I want us to talk about today. And I don't want, again, I'm not going to speak like the lecturer or the what? The lecturer or the professor. I am not the professor of this business. As a matter of fact, I'm also learning. I'm still learning. But I'll give you a few of the things that I believe can help you to make money. And then we'll open up the line for people to share different ideas in addition to what I will have shared, okay? So let me begin with this. Some of the misconceptions that people have in our business. Many people think that the money is in the compensation plan. But let me tell you the truth. The compensation plan is just a structure. It's just a structure. It's a compensation, like the word compensation means. There's something that you do, and then you are compensated for what you've done. So the people who have this kind of mentality, I always meet many people. They say, Edson, send me your compensation plan. I want to study your compensation plan and see. Send me the compensation plan. Let me tell you, even when the compensation plan is good. Now, I'm not refuting that the compensation plan is not important in the money-making equation. It's very, very important. But you see, your money is not in the compensation plan because all of us are exposed to the same compensation plan. The money, here is the truth. The money is in the work that you put in. So it's about your effort. It's about strategy. It's about consistency. That's what will determine your income. I love the statement that I wrote down there, the last statement. I said, money follows value creation. You have to position yourself that you become valuable in the marketplace. And I want to repeat this. You must become valuable in the marketplace in order for you to make money. You see, money doesn't flow in any direction. Money flows, it's currency. It has a direction where it is flowing. And where is that direction? The word is value. Value is the word. Whereas people are struggling with challenges, can you create a solution? Can you provide a solution? And how many people you solve their problems determines how much money you make at the end of the day. Because the more problems, the more challenges you solve, the more valuable you are in the community. Now, talking about problems, there are some people who have a toothache and there are some people who have cancer. Now, those are two different problems again. Some people have toothache and some people have cancer. My question is, which problem do you choose to solve? Because when you are solving the issue of toothache, the money you earn is not as much as what you earn if you're focusing on serious issues in the community. So I want you to position yourself in the center of the word value. How valuable are you in the community? And I can assure you, the people that make the most money are the most valuable people in the community. And do you realize, by the way, that even the government values them? Do you realize that the government values them? Some certain times things happen and you see the government is considering the guys that have money. Now, it's not because they pay money to the government. It's because the government knows they are more valuable in the government. They are more valuable in the economy. They are more valuable on planet Earth. My friend, you need to position yourself and become valuable. And the only way you can become valuable is strategy, effort. I know some of the leaders will talk about some of these things later, but the point I wanted to make is that the money that you're looking for is not in the compensation plan, but is in your effort and your strategy. And I think 2 weeks ago, we talked about the strategy. And I think, God willing, next week we can talk about strategy again. Strategy is one important thing that you must consider, because when you go out to the marketplace, you could come back with $50, or you could come back with $100, or you could come back with $30,000. And we're going to talk about some of the strategies that you can use in order to maximize on your output. Now, let's talk about the compensation plan of Norland in relationship to the strategy that you need to put in, okay? So I'm not going to just explain the compensation plan, but I'm going to tell you what you need to do in order to maximize that compensation plan, because your strategy, your effort is what helps you to make that money. So let's talk about retailing. You know that the compensation plan of Norland allows you to earn 20% as retail profit from every product that you sell. Every product you sell. Now, first of all, it's not compulsory that you must sell the product, but I'll give you advice. Don't be comfortable if you're not making sales. Don't hide behind that philosophy of, no, me, I'm not good at selling. My friend, all the richest people in the world are good salespeople. They are good salespeople. And the good news is that selling is a skill that we can all learn. Remember, profits are better than wages. So you need to learn to make some sales. If you don't know how to make sales, go find someone who is making sales and ask them, let them teach you. Go and find a book that can teach you about how to make sales. Go and watch a video that can teach you how to make sales. Find one product or two products and position yourself as an authority on that particular product. You don't have to sell all the products, but find 1 or 2 products that you become an authority about that product, and that's where you begin to grow your sales career. Give yourself a target and track your progress. Here's a point I love. Customers are easier to keep than distributors. Do you agree with me? Like, it's easier to get a customer, it's easier to keep a customer than even a distributor. So some of you who are complaining that you're not making money, my friend, go and find customers. It's easier to sell a toothpaste. It's easier to sell a cooling tea. It's easier to sell a detox than to even recruit somebody. It's much easier because when you talk about selling, you're looking at a problem that is already there and someone is desperately searching for the solution. Some of the people we are talking about, they already have money on their bank account ready to treat themselves. Somebody has a budget. The money is on their account. They just need someone to tell them that there is a solution for diabetes. Otherwise, the money is there and they are willing. And the doctor has told them already that the hospital has no much solution for them. So they are open-minded. They are looking for a solution. And that's why you want to step in to quickly close the gap and make the money. You don't have to start from so far. Just focus on having some 10 to 20 customers. Okay? 10 to 20 customers. When you are able to treat those 20 customers well, eventually those 20 customers, those 10 customers will turn into referrals. And I know that many of you have actually made better sales from referrals. Okay? Someone uses a GI, but they give you a referral of someone who buys a detox. So that's what happens. When you learn to treat your customers well, and then you learn to ask for referrals, you will never sleep hungry. Your children will not lack school fees. At least you will have some income that is coming to your account. Professionals use their product story. The best way to make sales is to use your story. Use someone's story. Every time you attend a presentation and someone shares a story, master that story. Take a picture with that person. Go and use that story. Share it with your customers. There is a statement we love in network marketing. We say, facts tell, but stories sell. The moment you learn how to package stories with the facts, my friend, you will never run out of sales. You will always have enough customers and you will not have challenges convincing them. In the beginning, the real money is in the profits and the PVs. Most new distributors quit the business because they aren't making any money. Yet they could sell a cooling tea and earn some 20,000. You see, every day you're spending money. Every day you spend money. You use money on transport. You use money on airtime. You're buying data. You're buying food and sodas and drinks for your prospects. Literally every single day you are spending money. So if you are not able to sell a toothpaste and get back those $2, those $3, those $5, if you're not ready to sell a GI and get that $20 profit, if you're not ready to sell a detox and get some that $100 of profit, my friend, you are losing money and you are trading on a dangerous road. You are the people who are going to say that this business doesn't work because you don't see money. Let me tell you, the team, you will enjoy bonuses from the team when you have a reasonable team. But when you still have a few people, when you are just new in the business, you are a silver medalist. You are almost a silver medalist. Even just at gold medalist, sometimes the bonus, the weekly bonus is not too much, okay? You need to maximize your sales skills. You need to learn how to sell products so that you make money as you grow the team, okay? When the team is bigger, then your income can grow. But for the beginning, please make sure that you learn how to make some sales. Again, when you are able to make sales, then you know that you also have another bonus on top of the profit, which is your repurchase bonus, isn't it? 20% of your personal orders above 28 PV, okay? So every time you sell a product, you come back and repurchase it. You sell it, you come back and repurchase. You sell it, you come back and repurchase. At the end of the month, the company will add up all your total orders, okay? Personal orders, not your team orders, your personal retail orders. And then they will remove the 28 PV for your monthly maintenance, and the remaining PV, they calculate 20% of that, and that's what they pay you as your repurchase bonus. So the only way you can maximize your repurchase bonus is to learn how to sell. So basically, retailing gives you both profit and repurchase bonus. Look at this example. This is a family example that we always talk about in our presentations. Every GI that you sell, you get 20% of the PV and 20% of the price, which is your resale profit, and that adds up to 40% of the entire value of the sale. So you're able to make some, if you're able to make some sales, my friend, you can have some money for transport, you can have money to fuel your car. You cannot run out of money. Whenever I meet people and they say, Upline, I need some 2,000, I need some 10,000, I know that person has not yet learned how to sell. So go learn how to make sales so that you are able to see some money. The truth is, the foundation of money, the primary money, yes, you know, there is primary money, there is secondary money, and then there is university money, okay? So the primary money is in the sales. We have a lot of good products, and you cannot fail to get at least 1 or 2 products that you can master, you specialize in, and you make sure that you make as much sales as possible. Now, product voucher, basically that's 25% of the joining package of your downline, right? So every time you introduce someone in the business, you earn 25%. And this 25% is not only earned when someone is joining. No, they pay you when someone has just joined, but even later, when that person upgrades, you still earn another 25%. So you're earning it both on the joining package and on the subsequent upgrades. I think this is a very nice one. Norland really is different. Many companies, they only pay you the sponsoring bonus once. But in Norland, you earn that money from the initial package and from the subsequent upgrades. Now, look at the point I've put there. It's easier to convert a satisfied customer into a distributor. The truth is, for me, many of my downlines, like many of them, they started as customers. They start as product users, and once they are happy with the product, it's easier for me to encourage them to join the business. Why? Because when they join, they are saving 20%. So instead of me earning 20% from them, they can save that money. And that has always been my advice. I tell you, those customers that you have, just tell them, hey, I want to encourage you to become a Norland member so that you can save 20% every time you purchase a product. I can assure you, out of 10 people that you give that advice, 9.5 will take the advice. That means literally everybody will take the advice. So those same customers, you can convert them into distributors, and you'll be able to grow. You'll be able to start earning product vouchers, and that's how we start growing a team, okay? Here is the point. Recruiting is not part of our business. Recruiting is the business. You see, my great friends, when you make a sale to somebody, yes, you earn a profit. But eventually, somebody else can come across this same prospect, because we live in a small world. We live in a small world. Even just your own husband. There are many other people who know that your husband. They know him. So you are here thinking, this is my customer, this is my customer. When you don't recruit your customers to become distributors, somebody else will offer them a discount, and that customer will automatically join under that person. I have so many people that keep coming to me and complaining. You see, this person was I'm the first person who sold this product to this person. This person was my downline, was my customer. I am the one who used to sell toothpaste for his family. My friend, you only used to sell toothpaste, but you never recruited that person. So my advice to you is, while you're selling the products, if someone has already liked the product, recruit them in the business. Encourage them to become a member. Because when they become a member, that person is now a permanent income source for you. Because every time they buy a product, whether they buy it from your city, whether they buy it from your stockist center, or from outside of the country, even if that person got married in another country, as long as they buy a Norland product, they will still earn PVs and you will benefit from them. So please, learn to recruit people rather than only selling to them and maintaining them as your customers. Turn them into distributors. Now, there is the startup bonus, and I will maybe take a minute to explain what startup bonus is. It's basically a binary bonus. Okay, it's a binary bonus where you earn 50%, okay, 50% of the lower leg PV. I don't want to call it weak leg, because at that moment you really don't have a weak leg. You just have a lower leg, okay? So when you have two people under you, the company will look at, the system will look at the lower leg PV. The leg with the lowest PV, and they will pay you 50% in commission of the lower leg PV. That's what we call the startup bonus. And this happens for the first two pairs. Now, there is a point I want you to understand when it comes to startup bonus. The bigger the package, the better. Okay? You see, if you are a senior member and you recruit a senior member, in other words, you are a senior and you recruit another senior under you, you will earn 100% of your startup bonus. But, and I want you to listen carefully, if you are a senior member, but under you, you recruit a diamond member, they will only pay you a startup bonus that is equivalent to your initial investment. Listen to me. These are the rules of the game, and I don't want you to complain after you have failed the rules of the game. Rules of the game are rules of the game. And the rule is, you can never earn more than your investment. All other bonuses, you can earn them, no problem. But for startup bonus, you will earn a maximum of your investment in terms of PV. So this is what it means. When you recruit a diamond member and you are a diamond member, what is your PV as a diamond? 2240, right? 2,240 PVs. So that means your startup bonus cannot go beyond 2,240 PV. So the dollars that you earn at the end of the day, they have to be a maximum of your initial investment in terms of PV. I hope you've understood that. Now, the other point I should make also is that the 4 people that are joining under you, especially if you have joined at a higher level, okay? You've joined as a gold, as a diamond, as a silver. When you have joined at a higher level, try your best to encourage the people under you to also join at a higher package. Why? Because they are going to calculate your bonus on their initial investment, okay? And remember, this startup bonus is paid once. There is no correction. There is nothing like, oh, let me do correction. The moment someone has joined under you, one on the left, one on the right, they calculate your startup bonus. So if you are a diamond member and then someone comes and joins under you as a senior member, encourage them, support them, help them, let them join at least a silver package, because that small account they have put under you is going to affect your startup bonus so badly. It will affect your bonus. And remember, even if someone comes with a bigger package after these 4 people, you've already lost money, okay? So uplines, I know sometimes we make these mistakes. We recruit people, we put them under our downlines accounts without their permission, okay? For you, you are just placement. And someone had joined with a diamond account, then you put for them a senior account placement. So what happens is when they bring their other person who is also joining at diamond level, immediately there is a matching that is done. So a diamond is matching with a senior member, and that's where the problem now begins from. Because now this person's startup bonus will be calculated on the senior package, which is the lowest leg. Okay? So please treat those first 4 positions under you are very, very important. And I know many of you have messed already. Don't worry. But at least guide your downlines so that they don't mess just like you. Okay? Guide them, please. Guide them. All right. So we know how to calculate that, right? So this is basically a scenario where you are a senior member and you recruit 4 senior members under you. All right. So as a senior member, you earn 25% of the investment, and then you earn 50% of their PV. So that's just a simple illustration. Just in case you are seeing this for the first time, that's how much money you can make by recruiting 4 people under you, okay? So this is a senior member scenario. I will not take much time to explain this, but you realize that really, Norland pays out a lot of money that no company can pay. You can imagine, you only recruit 4 diamond members, and make sure you are a diamond member yourself, okay? Otherwise, if you are a senior member and you recruit 4 diamond members, then you come to request for this bonus, you will not receive this bonus. This bonus is paid to you if you are a diamond member, just like your downlines, okay? I hope you have understood that point. Now, let me talk about group bonus. I think this is one of my favorite bonuses. You see, those 4 people that you introduce, what you need to do is to sit with them and start working with them. What do I mean by working with them? Some of us think that the best way to develop a team is to put spillovers and placements. For me, I don't really give a lot of spillovers and placements. But what I do, and I want you to judge and see whether this is the right way, or maybe it could be a better way, or the best way, or a good way. Of course, all the strategies are correct, but I believe that there is one which could be better than the other, right? They could also be correct answers, but one could be better than the other. For me, this is my strategy. Yes, I could give you a spillover. I could give you a placement. But for me, I would rather spend time with my downline, helping them to recruit their team members, than just spending time in my office and I just put a spillover under somebody. For me, that's my strategy. Like, I would rather spend time and know that when I have my 4 people, these 4 people that you have, I will say, you, assuming this one is Annette, I will tell Annette, Annette, I'm giving you all my weekends. Godfrey, I'm giving you every Monday and Tuesday. Simon, I'm giving you Wednesday and Thursday. And then the other person, I could probably give them a Friday and a Saturday. So depending on your time, you allocate your time to your downlines and make sure that when Stephen knows that today is my day, that is when you have to attend to their prospects. That's when you have to do their event. That's when you have to do their home meetings. That's when you have to do their activities. So you are literally supporting this person, teaching them, mentoring them, working with them to make sure that they sponsor their own people. And when they sponsor their own people, you continue doing the same until their people have also sponsored their people. That's what Eric Worre says. Eric Worre says, you are not a sponsor until your downline has sponsored somebody. No. Let me correct it. He says, you are not yet a sponsor until your downline's downline has sponsored somebody. Yes, that's the philosophy. You are not yet a sponsor until your downline's downline has sponsored somebody. So make sure that you work with your team members so that they can also start sponsoring and recruiting their own team members. The moment you do that, of course, you know the percentages, right? Senior member, 10% to a maximum of $1,500. Bronze member, 10.5% to a maximum of $3,000. Silver member, 11% to a maximum of $6,000. Gold member, 12% to a maximum of $12,000 weekly. That's your maximum weekly earnings. Diamond, 13% to a maximum of 22,000 US dollars. Okay, so these bonuses will be coming from the team that you have built depending on your level of joining. Now again, the higher the level, the higher the bonus. Look at this scenario. Assuming that your weak leg is able to produce maybe 15,000 PVs. Let's say leg B is your lower leg PV and it's producing 15,000 PV at the end of the week. If you're a senior member, your bonus is $1,500. If you're a bronze member, your bonus is $1,575. If you're a silver member, with the same PVs, your bonus is $1,650. A gold member earns $1,800, whereas a diamond member earns $1,950. So you realize that using the same PVs, but with only a difference in the level of joining, this is just the level that you use to join. You realize that with the same PVs, there is a very big difference in earning potential. You see, if this was a salary, and these 5 people are doing the same job but earning differently, you realize that the diamond member would drive a different car from the senior member, isn't it? If it was a salary, you realize that it would make a big difference. Imagine for the same job, someone is earning $1,950, another one is earning $1,500. So that's why you realize that it's better to take the highest package. And I want to encourage you, if you are still on this call and you're a senior member, please find a way of upgrading from senior to diamond. Okay? Now, how do we build a team? First of all, like I had said, you need to invest in them. What are you investing in your downlines? You invest your time, you invest your money, you invest your effort. Okay? So you need to invest in your team so that you are able to make those sales. You need to work with them. I always tell people that it's better to teach somebody how to fish than to give them fish to eat. Don't get used to giving people placements and spillovers. Teach them, work with them, go with them to the field. Let them learn how to make calls with you. Let them learn how to sell products with you. Let them learn with you instead of just giving them spillovers, okay? Otherwise, when you just keep giving people, you just keep placing people. You place under them, you place under them. Eventually, you realize that they take you for granted, number one. Number two, they never value that team. Number three, the team is not going to grow because the people you are placing under, they don't know how to grow that team. So don't only spill over, don't only throw placements. Work with the team, pray for them, help them to grow, and don't work for them. Okay. Now, if you are doing that properly, if you are doing what I have said properly, in other words, you are working with your team, you are supporting them, you are not only giving them placements, your group bonus is supposed to grow like the picture you see there. This was my group bonus in my first year. I always want to talk about my personal experience, and forgive me if I always share some of these things, but it's not because I want to brag. It's because I want to show you that what I'm talking about, I do it, and that's what helps me to make the money, okay? If some of you are you just like giving spillovers, placement, but you don't sit with this person to teach them how to build their business. You just give them a placement. Eventually, you realize that if you don't put anyone there, the team is not growing. But if you learn how to work with your team the same way I have taught you, you will see that, for example, if you look at my group bonus, if you look at week number 5, okay? Week number 5, my group bonus was $316, right? This was in August, 28th of August, 2019. That was in my first year of business when I just joined Norland. Okay? 28th of August, 2019 up to 3rd of September. This is 1 week. My bonus for that week was $316. Now, the following week, because the group was growing, because the team was growing, my bonus increased to $488. Because the team kept growing, my bonus moved from 488 to 542. The following week, it went to 943. The following week, it went to $1,047. So you see the group bonus is growing. What is making the group bonus to grow is not about how many placements I am throwing for my leaders. It's about how many leaders under you are able to do the presentation, how many people under you are able to make their own sales, how many people under you have understood the system and they can organize their own events. That's what it takes to develop a group. Are you learning? You guys are learning, right? Okay. All right, super fine. Let's talk about the repeat order bonus. Everyone in your team, whenever they make reorders, you earn 8% of the first generation, 7% of the second generation, 6% of the third generation, 5% of the fourth generation, and then 4% of the fifth generation, then 3% of the sixth generation, and then 3% again on the seventh generation. And then from the eighth generation, something happens. The percentage begins to grow from 3% to 4%. And then on the ninth generation, it goes to 5%. On the 10th generation, it goes to 6%. On the 11th generation, it goes to 7%. On the 12th generation, it goes to 8%. What does this mean? You earn from your great-great-great-grandchild the same amount of money that you earn from your direct child. That means that you need to support your team equally. You know, there are certain compensation plans where you realize that sincerely, they are encouraging what you call teamwork. I have been to many companies where you find that the percentage of the first generation is too high, and then it reduces so badly up to the 10th generation. Now, what that compensation plan is teaching you is that you should only focus on your first generation, your direct downlines. And the other ones down there, they don't matter. That's what that's what it implies. But in Norland, you realize that everyone, even if they are on your 12th generation, they are as equal and as important as the first person on your first generation. So, my dear leaders, you need to treat your team equally. Don't only support your directs. If you realize that your direct is not working, go and work with the next person under. If that one is also not working, find the next generation and work directly with that generation. Okay? For me, I don't only work with only the people that I introduced. I try as much as possible. Of course, I'm human. I am not perfect. But I try as much as possible to relate and to support the person who is as deep as possible. Why? Because I still earn the same percentage. Do you get my point? That's why I love Norland. You support your team equally and you are able to earn from them equally. Okay? So that's the beauty of our repeat order bonus. I made a scenario here that assuming you have 10,000. The time I made this slide, I think I was still like a gold medalist. I think I was a gold medalist by the time I made this slide here. That's like 6 years ago. And I by that time 10,000 people looked like too much. I didn't know that I can have 10,000 people. So I was just assuming that, assuming one day you have 10,000 people. I didn't know that I was going to have 10,000 people plus. Now, what I have written here, I have lived it, I have achieved it, and I want you to know that you can achieve it. 10,000 people is just a blink. As long as you do the activities every day. Remember, we talked about effort, strategy, and consistency. 3 things: effort, strategy, and consistency. As long as you keep consistent, those 10,000 people you see there, you will have them in your team and you will be earning that money without any hassle. My repeat bonus these days is very good money. It's very, very good money because I'm almost making 15,000 people. So it's way beyond what you can imagine here. Okay? So I want to encourage you to focus on building your team. Depth. Go as deep as possible. If the people you introduced are not active, go and work with the people they introduced, okay? If the ones they have introduced are also not active, go and work with the one who was introduced by the one who you introduced. Go as deep as possible because you still earn from them equally. I think that point is very clear. Yes, in the repeat bonus, you can earn even from the weak leg. It doesn't matter whether it is weak leg or strong leg. Everybody, you earn from everyone under you, okay? So in this repeat bonus, even if you have only one leg, all of them are in one leg like this, one and another, you still earn your repeat bonus very, very comfortably. Okay. Effort, strategy, consistency. All right. Yes, this is only for sponsored tree. The sponsored tree, of course, don't use this. This doesn't apply for your placement tree. It only works for your sponsored tree. In other words, you sponsored A has sponsored B has sponsored C has sponsored D has sponsored E, and that's what we call your sponsored tree, okay? That's the only way. That's the only tree they consider for your repeat bonus. All right. I think this could be the last one. I see time is running so quickly. We've spent a lot of time. But I hope you guys are enjoying the session. You're learning. And by the way, I'm recording this training so that even after you can replay and replay and replay and replay. I will post it on my YouTube channel so that you can always visit it and you can replay it as many times as you can. Now, leadership bonus. Leadership bonus is basically designed to compensate for the time and effort that you use in building your team, okay? It's calculated on the group bonus of every downline in your sponsor network. What do I mean by calculated on your sponsor, on the group bonus? You see, the other bonuses I've been talking about, startup bonus, group bonus, repeat bonus, product voucher, all of those bonuses are calculated on the PV of your downlines. They are calculated on the sales of your team. Now, leadership bonus is not calculated on the sales of the team. It's not calculated on the PV. No, it's calculated on the bonus of their, on the bonus of your team. In other words, if your team is earning a good bonus, then your leadership bonus is going to be high. So if you have a team of 10 people and these 10 people are not earning money, then your leadership bonus is going to be 0 because you are not a good leader. You don't deserve to earn money because you're not helping your team to make money. So this is where I love this so much because I have seen very many selfish people in network marketing. And I can assure you, if you are selfish in network marketing, then Norland business is not for you. It's not for you. This business only rewards the people that love supporting their team members. So the bigger the bonus of your downlines, the higher your leadership bonus. And again, you can earn this bonus even on one leg. Even if you have just one leg, you can still earn your leadership bonus. Okay? You can also earn multiple times if you have multiple accounts. So if you have more than 3 accounts, you have 2 accounts, you have 3 accounts, every account will earn its own leadership bonus. So that's an advantage for people who have 2 or 3 accounts. You can earn multiple times from the same sales, okay? No same status distributor, SSD. What do I mean by no SSD? You see, there are certain companies where if you are a diamond and your downline is a gold, you earn from them, right? That's normal. You are diamond and your downline is gold. But the moment your downline also reaches the same level as you, then you stop earning from them or they reduce on your what? On your bonus. I think that's what many of the companies do, right? If your downline reaches your level, they either reduce your bonus or you stop completely earning from that leg. I don't want to mention the name of the company, but I joined, one time I joined a company which acted like that. It was really bad. So in Norland, even if you are at a lower rank than your downline, you will still earn a percentage that is equivalent to your rank. Okay? This is what I mean. This is what I mean. You see, leadership is not only for medalists. Leadership is earned even by ordinary members. Ordinary members. However, you have to start from silver medal and above. If you are a senior, you are a bronze, you don't have leadership bonus. Leadership only starts from silver and above. So if you are a silver member, you don't have a rank, you are just a silver member. You earn 8% of all your downline's bonus on your first generation. So all your direct downlines, all the people that you have introduced in the business, the total of their bonus, what they earn at the end of the month, 8% of that income comes to you as your leadership bonus. No matter which rank they are, even if they are already blue diamond, it doesn't matter. You will still earn your 8%. Isn't that nice? Of course, that favors even the lazy people, right? But it's a nice one. You know, sometimes we introduce downlines who are more active than us. They are more aggressive, they are more active, and sometimes your downline can bypass you. And that's okay, by the way. It's not an insult. It's not that you are lazy. It's not that you don't know what you're doing. It's just that they have balanced their tree earlier than you. So it's okay for your downline to bypass you. But what I mean is, even if your downline has bypassed you, you will still earn your 8% of that person's income. Okay? If you are a gold member, you earn 8% on the first generation and 5% on the total bonus of the second generation. If you are a diamond member, you earn 8% on the first generation, 5% on the second generation, and another 5% on the third generation. Okay? Now, this is for ordinary members. But the moment you take a rank, what do I mean? The moment you become a silver medalist, now your leadership bonus increases from 3 generations up to 5 generations. Okay? So this is now the leadership rank. When you are a silver medalist, the first rank is silver medalist. It's here. Silver medalist. It's the second column. When you're a silver medalist, you earn up to the 5th generation. Okay? 8% on the first generation, 5% on the second, 5 on the third, 5 on the fourth, and another 5 on the 5th generation. When you are a gold medalist, you go up to the 6th generation. When you are a silver diamond, you go up to the 7th generation. When you are a gold diamond, you go up to the 8th generation. This is where I always tell my leaders that if you want to test Norland money starts at least from silver diamond. But even silver diamond is not so much. For me, I started enjoying my Norland money at gold diamond, where you're earning up to the 8th generation. So you can imagine all the people under you, all of them, as long as they are in your sponsor tree, the total of all their bonuses, the total of their weekly bonuses. So they look at all their weekly bonuses for a whole month and they calculate the percentages according to the generations they are in, and that is your leadership bonus. And then when you go to blue diamond, you'll get another extra 2% on the 9th generation. Now, you notice that from blue diamond, to red diamond, to yellow diamond, to crown, and then to double crown, all of them are earning up to the 9th generation. So the question is, what is the difference between between blue diamond, red diamond, yellow diamond, crown, and double crown? Now, the difference between these 4 top ranks is in what we call honorary bonus. Honorary bonus. Now, a blue diamond doesn't earn honorary bonus. So a blue diamond only stops at leadership bonus. But from red diamond, you start earning 4% of the global dividends. Global dividends. That means the total sales, not the total sales, the total, the total sales that the company has made in the continent. Now, this is not necessarily the whole world, but the whole continent. So they look at all the total sales in Africa. They pick 4% of those sales, and that money is divided amongst the red diamonds and above. 4%, it's shared by the red diamonds and above. When you go to yellow diamond, you earn the 4% plus another 3%, which makes it 7%. When you go to crown, you earn 4% plus 3% plus 2%. That is 9%. And when you go to double crown, you earn 4% plus 3% plus 2% plus 1%, adding up to 10% of the total global dividends. Oh my God. These are not sales from your team. No, these are global dividends, not your team sales, not your team performance. This is sales from the entire team. Beno was asking, does it depend on the weak leg? There is no weak leg and strong leg. These weak leg and strong leg only are those ones, they stop at group bonus, okay? Group bonus, that is where we stop talking about strong leg and weak leg. But after group bonus, when you begin maintenance bonus, which is the repeat bonus, when you go to leadership bonus, when you go to honorary bonus, there you have already left those issues of weak leg and strong leg. You are no longer talking about weak leg and strong leg. You are talking about all your downlines in your sponsor tree. Okay. Someone is realizing that Norland is settlement indeed. Norland is settlement. Now you can say Norland settlement, isn't it? Okay, all right. I think let me talk about the last one, which is the rank benefits bonus. Now, every rank that you take comes with an incentive, okay? Every rank that you take comes with an incentive. So I wrote these incentives in Ugandan shillings, but if you're to convert them in dollars, you will divide that answer you see there, divide it by 3,700 shillings, okay? And then you'll be able to get the dollars. Now, when you become a silver medalist, in 5 months, you qualify for an international trip, okay? Silver medalist in 5 months. Within 5 months of joining, you qualify for an international trip. That's just an incentive. It's just an extra incentive on top of the leadership bonus that you're earning, okay? Then at gold medal, we don't have an incentive, but we want you to go to silver diamond as quickly as possible. If you become a silver diamond within 1 year, you earn $12,000. That is 44 million shillings. Okay? Silver diamond within 1 year. If you become a gold diamond within 1.5 years, that is 18 months, you get another $10,000. That is in addition to the other 12,000, you get another $10,000. When you reach blue diamond within 3 years, when you reach blue diamond within 3 years, you get 148 million shillings as your house fund. If you don't make it in 5 years, you get 20,000, which is 50% of that money. So if you do it in 3 years, you get all your money. If you fail to do it in 3 years, but you do it like in 5 years, you get half of that money. And then when you go to red diamond, you get 231 million shillings. That is just an incentive, okay? So that's what we call the hotel incentive, okay? So blue diamond incentive is the house incentive, and then red diamond is the hotel incentive. 231 million shillings. When you go to yellow diamond, you get another 324 million shillings. And when you go to crown, you get 647 million. These are just incentives to tell you congratulations. In other words, for you to stand on the stage to receive your recognition, this is the recognition that you get. That is just an incentive on top of the money that you are earning in the mainstream bonus. Hey, isn't that a lot of money? That's too much money. Oh God. Eh? Too much money. So you guys who are not becoming blue diamonds, I don't know what you're up to. Me, I want to become a red diamond, and then I get my 231 million. Then you become a yellow diamond. They add you another 324 million. Oh my God. All right. Lastly, we have the lifestyle incentives, the cars and the international trips. Every year, you get the car bonuses. Every year, we get international trips. How many international trips every year? There are two international trips every year, but the car bonus is calculated from your performance from January to December. Okay, so they look at your team production, your team performance from January to December. If you are able to hit the target, you get your Norland car. You don't have to start another account like other companies. The same account which has qualified for a car this year can qualify again next year, and the other year, and the other year, and the other year, and the other year. That's why I always tell people that I have qualified for more than 10 cars in 7 years. More than 10 cars. Because my account alone has been qualifying for an Norland car every year. So those are 7 cars, right? My wife's account has so far qualified for 4 cars. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are how many? Those are 11 cars. And then last year, one of our children's accounts also qualified for another car. Don't count that one. It's not ours. It's for our son. So literally, you realize that you are the same account as long as you can hit the target next year. And next year, you hit another target. And the other year, you hit the target. As long as you can hit the target, you will always qualify for the cars. You will always qualify for the trips. What I love about these incentives is that you don't need to have any rank. They don't consider ranks. No rank needed. You can qualify for a car even when you don't have a rank. You can qualify for a trip even when you don't have a rank. Someone is asking, how do you qualify for a car if you don't have a rank? The car PVs, can all of them can be calculated from one leg. The placement leg, not the sponsored tree, but the placement leg. So even if you have 5 directs in one leg, you understand what I'm talking about, right? 5 directs in one leg. If those 5 directs can give you the PVs for a car, even if you don't have a weak leg, you'll still qualify for a car. Do you see how Norland is very good? You don't need a rank. You don't need to balance left and right. There's nothing like weak leg and strong leg. Even if the PVs have come from one leg, you still get your car. Now, when it comes to the trip for it is binary based. It's left and right. So for the international trip, you have to balance your left and your right. But here is another thing that I love about this system. The same PVs that you are earning group bonus, the same PVs you earn repurchase bonus, the same PVs you earn group bonus, the same PV you earn leadership bonus, the same PV you qualify for the rank, the same PV will give you the car, the same PV will give you the international trip. So literally, when you sell one GI, when you recruit one person, that same PV that you get will help you to get all those things that I've talked about. Do you see how Norland is very interesting? The same PV that you get from a GI, one GI, they help you to get a car, they help you to get a trip, they help you to get your weekly bonus, they help you to get your monthly bonus, and you get the profit from them. So that's what we mean by settlement. Sincerely speaking, Norland is just the best business that I have ever seen. And I hope you can agree with me that Norland is the best business ever. The same effort that you do, you recruit one person and you earn all those bonuses that I've talked about from the same PVs. Isn't that amazing? That's amazing, right? Are you guys excited? That's enough. Like, that's too much. I sometimes don't understand people who are not settling in this company. You find someone is still looking left and right. They are still looking for another company. What are you looking for, my friend? Norland is settlement. There is no other company that you can make money from the same effort like the way you get from Norland. Now, let me help you to get rid of your mental barrier. I want you to believe from today that if you don't make money, it's not the company's fault, it's not your upline's fault, it's not even your Blue Diamond's fault. At least I have done my job. It is your own fault. So get rid of the mental barrier and begin to build your structure. Begin to build your team. Network marketing pays. The only problem is you. And remember, I said, what are you supposed to do? Effort, strategy, and consistency. Those 3 things. As long as you put in the work, as long as you keep improving on your strategy, because your strategy depends on your skills. As long as you can improve on your skills and you improve on your strategy and you stay consistent, you will see all this money. So what you need to do? Renew your commitment to the business. Start afresh and tell yourself, I'm going to maximize this business. Get your tools ready. Go and buy the name list. Write your name list. Load airtime on your phone. Make sure that you have internet data. Make sure that you can schedule your events as quickly as possible. Get to work. The money is plenty. There is too much money than you can ever count in this business. Focus on personal development, because when you focus on personal development, when you improve on your skills, you'll be able to improve on your strategy. Okay? Strategy is about skills. So wherever you are stuck, it means that you need to improve on your skills. And that the only way to do that, personal development. Training. Okay? Training. How many people are happy that you attended the training today? Give me a thumbs up if you're happy that you attended the training today and you realize that attending training is actually important. It's very, very important, because when you don't attend training, you are putting a barrier on your growth. You are stopping your own growth. Some people don't believe that Norland has so much money that they can make. Some people don't believe they can make as much money from this business. But by attending training, you'll be able to understand, you'll be able to learn from others, you'll be able to improve your productivity, and that's how you grow your business. Dress code. Brand yourself for success. I want you to start looking successful right from the word go. Begin to look successful. From tomorrow morning, when you wake up in the morning tomorrow, look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself, I am the blue diamond. I am the red diamond. And I want you to start dressing like one. Because you see, when you're dressed like a successful person, what happens is that you even begin to walk different, you talk different. Have you realized that how you walk when you are dressed in a smart way is different from how you walk when you're dressed in sandals? What about how you talk? Do you think you can talk differently? You'll talk differently. And you see, how you package yourself is how the world perceives you. So in other words, I want you to package yourself well so that the world can perceive you in a better way. You will be able to influence people. You will be able to make good sales. You'll be able to command the respect of your team if you dress and look successful. Lastly, daily activity. There is no magic in this whole thing. It's daily activity, my friend. And what do? Prospect, make the phone calls, set up appointments, invite people to come to Norland, present the business, follow up. There's nothing more that you can replace with these 4 activities. Daily activity. So again, the money is not in the compensation plan. The money is in the activity that you do. So you have to make sure that every day you are putting in the effort. Every day you have a new strategy that can work better. If you apply a strategy and it didn't work, change the strategy, okay? You don't have to change the goal. You don't have to change the company. Just change the strategy. So effort, strategy, and consistency. All right. Thank you very much. Time for questions.